Let's find out now as we delve into the deeper reaches of Train, our second map in this series, Ben.
So that's quite an interesting set of grenades bought by X7. So it's quite rare you see no flashbang bought at all. It immediately makes me think this is going to be a B after plant situation. He'll have a Molotov, he'll stay upper. But the fact that they're just rushing straight in, the smoke hasn't even gone down. The Molotov comes out towards Z, so this is actually a different way of doing it. I like the idea of it. So the Molotov goes in towards Z, it's going to be a full 5v5 retake.
They've already got complete control of the B site.
They are.
The smoke goes down, so they effectively can't push through connector unless they're going to flash the way out. It looks like they were contemplating it, and Food does fully go for it. He's out through the smoke, but they just run straight into the crosshair of a madman with a Glock who's doing damage across the board. Luckily, the brothers, they're always coming to the strength and the saving grace of eUnited, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to save this round, as Freakazoid is the only one that's left. He gets the whole way behind him, however. They don't have a kit, and they have spotted him out. They know of his angle. Actually, they're not. He gets the kill. Completely exposes himself. He gets one kill, but there isn't any time. The round is going to go down. And Ence do walk away with a pistol, but at least it got a little bit awkward there.
So let's see how this AWP battle goes. Cooper, I feel like he had the upper hand through overpass, in all fairness. He had, what, 25 kills at the end of it? I'd say about 12 of those are easily AWP kills as well. Something like that. So I'm not sure if Food will have heard the scope on that. He'll have heard the player actually land near the actual drop. Depending on if he heard the scope, it changes how things are going to go. So Cooper's actually towards this site anyway. He scoped on the lower ramp. Single flash comes through. He actually hits the players then as well.
Cooper spots them out, gets the adjustment off. That's a kill back onto Sunny. So much damage done from the fire. Oh, the Krieg and the AWP doing very systematic work of picking off the eUnited boys that start to come back towards the site. The Molotov finally gets its revenge on Alu.
Did he go on the ladder?
What?
He must have gone on the ladder, right? It felt like his aim went a bit to the
Suddenly
side,
just,
right?
accuracy just went out the window, yeah. But now
So
it's
this
only
B-Holds
X7
worked out really
left.
well, in all fairness. Like, considering Cooper didn't actually get the opening kill when they came down the ramp, like the flash pushed him off perfectly, but he got some damage down anyway. The flash from Food will come up the ramp. Not a perfect flash for this peak, but the Molotov should send him away either way. He actually stays and gets the kill.
That works out quite nicely, actually. He's only knocked down to 70.
Yeah, that's really, really good. And the reaction from it, see if they can get anything towards outside. Aerial.
Freakazoid. Nearly got tapped down by Aerial, just going for the cheeky tap.
That's 100 health down. He just stood in it the whole way.
Aerial's been forced back. He can trade it out towards the AWP. He spots them out as well, as they're just bouncing around towards the site at this point. Meanwhile, over at Ivy, X7, trying to play his cards right. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out too well on the timing. He walks into the crosshairs of Vanity, goes down, gives him a free Krieg, and now there's only a minute left on the clock, with 2 players left on the side of Ence. They're both set up to converge on the site at the same time. Aerial with the AWP picks off the first as Freakazoid is removed from the equation. Flashbangs go over. They've still got 2 more flashes and a smoke to work with. Elevated angle and play though for Food, and it is an easy clean up there.
But the question is, how will things go if they actually end up with a situation where they don't get an AWP in play? Because I feel like it revolves around Cooper's AWP. We can see him peeking B holes. It means they can leave Food more towards Z. A single flash is here for the burst. I don't think that will get them too far.
No, it's done absolutely nothing. They've just run straight into Vanity.
Wait, he's on the ladder?
He's destroyed each and every one of them at this point. Sunny, lucky to still be alive, eventually goes down as Freakazoid will be able to dispatch the last 2 men. It is now tied up.
So Freakazoid's got single nade. Nobody else is in with his idea. I think he's just nading a main. If there was another 2, might have got the kill.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the tank.
The airstrike again. Oh, it is actually. They've gone for the APC, but it's not going to work out too well. Everyone's going down very quickly into this round. The only one that actually puts up a good fight is Freakazoid. Food left on 8 HP. With the response, though, at least makes it very costly for Ence in the round. They will still win it, but they're going to have to spend a whole lot more money to reinvest off the back of losing 3 players there.
Vanity got the kill. So that's the possibility that you can have. You can have an AWP in play, but it means whoever buys it will have no armor. And you don't want to make them give it to Cooper and then have no armor with whatever weapon Cooper gives them. So let's see how this works out then. So Vanity having the AWP. this will be their learning test of, does it have to be Cooper as the AWP? Or can we actually just make sure we have one on the map no matter what? So he's actually playing towards Ivan, watching that Olaf push.
Ooh.
Not a good start.
No. It could have been a very effective early pick into the round. Instead, it's a bit of an awkward miss, and it does reveal their hand. Alu as well. Straight back into the fight. Gets the trade onto Freakazoid. Cooper, though, he doesn't need an AWP Ben. He's just as effective with an M4 in his hands as he does some very damaging slaughtering into this one. And looks to add to that even more. The extension out works out so well. It's probably a benefit he didn't have it right now. He's been able to be so mobile with this M4 that he's massacred everyone.
Yeah, and he actually will be able to retrieve an AWP inside there if he really wants to as well. So I can't imagine he gets too much done here. It's an awkward position to be in. You can probably assume somebody is in A main. But coming out of ladder, there's so many different angles you have to check. Marky's in a levelly off angle as well. He actually peeks into him as well. Gave him a chance. But that means Cooper grabs an AWP, so they've got two. So let's see how they do with that, actually. So Cooper's basically been playing towards B anyway. He's been just going upper repeatedly. Ence haven't seemed to learn that he has been doing that over and over again, either despite getting a kill there. So let's see how they actually utilize this, rather. Vanity will be going towards Ali as usual. Looks like Cooper's going to be going Z instead. Oh, actually the lower pick. There's 3 players going towards B, so this is different. But look at the grenades from Ence. This is very different. They're probably going fast 3 Ali.
So they try and get Ivy control here. They're still going to have to waste some time, wait for those Molotovs to extinguish. They want to go for the run boost jump face. Alu glides through the air gracefully, looking like the true acrobat that he is.
Oh, this is so aggressive. The concern is for Ence, they have nobody here. He's boosting a player up as well to make sure they clear from a different angle. If Food goes all the way around, it's probably round 1. Like, this information alone should win you the round regardless, in my mind. Like, Cooper clears ladder as well. They wasted a smoke, unfortunately, but that's whatever. Food, he can either cut off the rotate completely towards B, or he can push further and gain A main control. Looks like he's just going to hold that rotation. That nade's come out at such a good time.
Ooh, nice bit of damage. Not too much, but at least a good way of slowing things down ever so slightly. 50 seconds left. They push their way out. Vanity still wielding the AWP. Snipes down the first man before he has to quickly escape out of there and get into a better angle to have a higher chance of surviving. But there's Cooper up to his old tricks with a weapon, as he will find that pick back over onto Alu. Aerial as well, punished. And Cooper finally strikes again. A further pick back onto X7. And eUnited get themselves a 5th on the board now.
Yeah, the double AWP is actually working out for them. 2 kills from Cooper there, 1 from Vanity.
I mean, it's CT side train, right? If there's a map and an opportunity where you can actually get that many scopes out and be super effective with it, this is definitely going to be the map for you.
It's not even a case of just actual like sniper rifle scopes either. Like, you know, we had the org changes come in a year ago now, actually. I think it's just, what, 1 week away from being a year? Which was actually the economy change as well, which it's crazy how time flies, I suppose, in that sense. But let's see how this goes. There's no investment from Ence here. Food's going to be tested. He does have Cooper backing him up, though. But the question is, will they get a bomb plant? They shouldn't be able to. Especially with the good utility they have, actually, on Food and Cooper. The only thing they could do with is an extra HE grenade. But should be fine regardless.
Cooper gets the first, but Food does the rest of the damage. Just one by one, they go out towards him. Alu wants to get the plant. Is he going to get away with it? Yes, he will. They will ignite him, but it's a little bit too late. He's at least got the bomb down. Alu, he's not had the most outrageous T half with Yorp. But moving on over to the CT half, he could definitely be a huge nuisance. That Molotov, though, is a major problem. Everyone getting ignited there. Aerial takes a lot of damage, fought down to 44 HP. Alu left on 75. And Cooper, he's been so confident in these early game plays. Vanity as well, coming in strong, as you said, just bombarding him down. It has left someone sat nicely on the pallet.
Ooh. X7's actually managed to walk out. But Food somehow gets the kill. Things are going from bad to worse, it seems, for Ence on this T side. They can't deal with the double AWP in play. Like, you can see they had a clear idea of what they wanted to do in A main there, but immediately the Molotov lands right on exactly where they wanted to actually go for the boost.
Yeah, like coming straight back into it, they're going to have their head screwed on very firmly. And once you've got a player like Alu on the AWP on CT side as well, it makes it so much harder. Trying to gain IV control here and just rolling with the punches off the back of the pistols they actually have to play with in this round. You have Arm Sergey. You've given him an AK-47. The spray down won't actually kill him, and this is where it starts to get rough. Wildly spams back through the smoke, almost getting the connection across. Vanity. If he fully extends out, it looks like Sergey might be set up to dispatch him. He does know where the bomb is, so shouldn't really push unless it's absolutely necessary, but he's already crossed. You've dinked Cooper down to 16 HP. Luckily, Vanity kills him on the reface, or that could have been horrific.
Well, the question is, can eUnited get to the actual 9 rounds on the CT side? I feel like it's absolutely needed. So I'm not sure how much faith I have in that T side. And finally, they get Cooper out of position and with a flashbang as well.
Ooh. Doesn't get the follow-up, but they are into a 4 versus 4 aerial. What? Doesn't get the kill. Marky's able to turn on him. The M4 madness reigning supreme. Alu just appears out of nowhere like some kind of magician.
They've actually gone B with bomb, though. They haven't planted yet, though. They're waiting for a rotate. So the rotate did actually get the information that it is there. This plant is difficult to deal with as a CT, because it's got such a wide angle view. It's good for APA, it's good for CT. And you don't have control of that bomb site anymore.
Oof. Alright. Just goes fully in for the contact play with the scope, although when he does start to go aggressive again, he runs into the awaiting arms of Sunny. It won't take any time to mess around. Gets the kill. A little bit paranoid about where the potential pushes could be coming from, though, as he looks back over towards Connector. Food, making noise now. Ooh. But he's so exposed, Ben. He gets shot up. They have to fully commit to it. He will kill him, but it's left in the 1v1. They don't have much time. Sunny with a beautiful way to end the first half there as he does some disgusting things with that Krieg. Find out how this one is going to go in the second half after break. 8-7 was the scoreline there at the end of the first half. eUnited bringing it back and looking quite dominant, actually, once they started to get into the swing of things. It was the double AWP setup that was a real big game changer, but now they're on the T side, Ben.
Yeah, T side, and we've had a bit of a curse with the eUnited T side, haven't we? Whoever gets that P250, you're doomed to die.
Well, Freakazoid, he's got the weight on his shoulders going into this one. Let's see if the curse still holds up.
He's giving it a chance. Oh, he actually deals the first bit of damage this time.
Success. Curse
Last time, you know, he died. That tick bite turned into a headshot.
Yeah.
It's quite rough.
Oh, wow. That's a big dink.
The rotate should be here, but it's going to be a bit too late to actually help him. He gets decent damage out, at the very least, but that's the bomb site taken.
Yeah, they've been able to swarm their way on. Let's see if there can be a nice effective retake here from Ence. They're going to have to wait for the bomb to go down unless they really want to try and push their agenda early on. The bomb has only just arrived. Cooper was a little bit late to the party, fashionably late as always. Now they're into the 4 versus 5 retake situation. In terms of the utility, they've got 2 flashbangs and 1 smoke. They do have a kit as well. They're slowly pushing up and hoping to just chip away. That's a good way to start things off, though, as they start swinging. Aerial gets 2. Food and Marky done for. Cooper as well. Going to be blown to bits. And it's all left on Vanity. He can't really go for a wild play. Instead, he's going to have to let it slip out of his hands. He does get 1 as they bombard towards him, but it's now been tied up instantly off the back of the opening pistol here on the second half. They're backed off towards Pop Dog. It doesn't work out at all in the fashion that Vanity wanted it to. Freakazoid eliminated there, but Marky, a huge double kill coming into play. Food also picking up the counter frag back onto Alu, but X7 in the backline could cause not only a distraction, but disruption to the play here from eUnited. He's just going to try and play it a little bit slower, straight up the ladder, toying with them as his teammate comes out to assist. Sergey gets the frag, but here's the backstab from Cooper. He shows off where he is, and as Sergey decided to go for the sprint towards the bomb site, he will get the follow-up kill.
So Ence been doing really well with actual utility in terms of gaining a main control. Like, they throw enough offensive utility that it forces them to not even consider standing inside at the risk of a Molotov being there. So that's a nice little shot to have both players at the back of the room not being touched by this and actually just thinking of it as a sauna, as the Finns love.
I do enjoy the extra heat, warms you up. Now though, 40 seconds left on the clock.
They have no flash above.
Yeah, they go.
He dropped a smoke.
Oh, he actually caused them to turn. That was really clever, playing off the back of the audio cues. They believed it was a flashbang. Sunny, though, using a flashbang to once again go for another fight, but but he's been burnt to a crisp by Freakazoid. Alu with a double kill, starting to pop off on the CT side with the AWP. Something that we expected, but we're now starting to see. And Cooper, he has this trusty weapon, but there's no chance for him to do anything really left into this round. So he is going to back off, and that'll be an 11th picked up by Ence.
Gambling quite a bit with this angle. He needs to check beneath it. But I don't think he will. Oh, this is awkward.
Although it is a bit of a standoff in terms of them actually spotting each other.
He should have heard the scope.
He's seen the scope. He does know. He's trying to get a further back angle to be able to get the kill. This is when there'll be the reaction from Food. He still has the adjustment in time, but Alu will get the trade at the very least. Now they're back into a 4 versus 3. The jump spot comes through as Vanity ascends his way up so quickly. Freakazoid really rolling back the years here, though, as this is some vintage damage from the man himself. Brings it back into a clutch scenario. The 1v1, there's the headshot from Freakazoid, and it's the 4K to save NRG.
Yeah, Aerial's been winning this fight in ladder pretty much every round. And X7, I think that was straight just through smoke. Like, there wasn't much doing with it. Cooper, he'll be on top of the server. He probably gets a kill here if X7 faces too far. Confusing flash.
Yeah, I think just trying to at least put some doubt in their minds maybe at this point to slow it down. They're going to know they're both there, or at the very least one of them, from the noise they have been making. There's a minute left on the clock. They don't really have the manpower for this.
The setup they have near Hell here is actually really nice. Just in the fact that they'll get, if they kill X7, they'll be like, that's the Ivy player. Sunny's in a position where he should be able to get the backstab really nicely.
Oh, the miss from Cooper. That's the one time he needed to land the shot. And he doesn't actually get it off. Alu comes down as well. And Cooper finally eliminated there as Sunny will find the trade with the M4. That's rough. He's been hitting some really wonderful shots throughout the day, but when it mattered most, Ben, it didn't go his way.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I mean, we're now at series point as well. And look at the situation we have in terms of actual buy. We've got, what, a Mac 10, UMP, Food. It's a Galil for him. But they've had no success going towards Ivy, it feels like. X7's had complete control there. Whether it's through the actual narrow choke point itself, or even just kills in general, he's got both of them.
Well, it's once again the troublesome trio of eUnited attempting to gain control towards Ivy into the round. As they're all grouped up. They have the bomb with them as well. They've got a little bit more utility to play with this time around than before. Can X7 once again kill someone through smoke? That would probably be a very defining feature.
That would definitely be one way to keep that streak going. They're actually committing a 4th player towards Ivy. And this time Sunny, he recognises there's still players here. A good HE.
Ooh.
Very good damage as well. So in fact it was actually Freakazoid who's rejoined those players towards Ivy. So this should be an A end goal. If there's any hint of noise towards Ivy, I was going to say the Molotov will come out, which delays them even more. The smoke came from above ladder. Sunny can actually smoke at alley again. They'll be down to about 20 seconds when that smoke is actually fading. They have to go through it. Oh.
Well, there we go. That's the opening smoke kill. Oh, there's the second as well, as we expected. X7 doing what he does best. Everyone's going to hit the deck. X7 with another kill through the smoke, Ben, as he's had 3 of them into this round, and that actually should be everything done and dusted here for Ence. You'd imagine this is going to be the 16th round claim. Food, he had his opportunity to salvage it, but it was not meant to be. 16-10 is the scoreline, as Ence will 2-0 eUnited and send them packing from ESL 1 New York here. That is the victory for Winland.